Hiya. Another community question, sort of VR video response to a guy named Woodlin37. Is that right? Woodlin37. Yes. A dude I became aware of through Monkey Spaz 5000. I seen his video response to this video. The question interested me, so I watched the original video, and it's an intriguing question. Basically, 15 systems, 15 top games for them. And at the start of his video, he says that people find it hard and he doesn't understand why. I found it fucking dead difficult. Not because I couldn't choose 15 systems and 15 games, because I couldn't choose my favourite game for the system. And I've said this previously, I believe your gaming mood depends on what games you find your best. Although my top 3 games of all time are dead easy to choose. But for 15 systems, I mean, there's some systems I've got I'm not that familiar with, and I've just got the games that I've got as a kid. So my list, which I've written down, it was also hard when making this list because a lot of my favourite games are the favourite games, and like so your Mario's and your Sonics and stuff. So I've tried to chuck in a couple that were ones for systems that I never had like the best of games for. I've thrown in the ones that I had that were my favourites at the time. All good games, I hope, but I'll start off, and also not really in any order, other than just when I was looking around the room, I was going, right, that system, then game, then that's so it's just basically the order that they're in on this sheet is the order they're sitting on my shelf. Right, so we'll start off with the Atari 2600, first console I had, and my favourite game for that was Crystal Castles. And I've played it's even better than the main version, and I think it's so. Then it's C64, and I've had a Specky or an Amstrad or a C64, and this was a hard one, but I'm going to go with Creatures, sheerly because it came out towards the end of the Commodore's life, and it just the graphics, the movies, the graphics, the music, the humour, all top notch, and shows what the Commodore 64 was capable of. So yeah, that's my favourite game for the Commie, or top game. NES next, and it's an obvious one, Mario 3. I love the original Mario platform. I say the original, they're off the fucking same basically, but Mario 3 for the NES, that's never out my system. It's just so much fun, and even by today's standards, now they're making these sort of retro 8-bit sort of remakes and re-releases like Shovel Knight and things like that. Mario 3 should be the template they go for because it's fucking amazing. Anyway, SNES, Super Mario World, one of my top 3 games. I will never ever get sick of playing that game. It's just perfection for me. And anyone that's played it knows why I've chosen it. Next, what we've got? N64. Again, I've had an N64 for years, and this was a hard one because there's games that I really, really like that I would play more than the one I've chosen, but I chose Star Fox Violet Wars because that's the one I play the most now. Even these days, I just stick it on. You can just play it. It's almost like an arcade port in some ways, and it's really, really good. So yeah. Then we've got GameCube, Wind Waker. It's Wind Waker. Didn't say anyone. The Wii. Now, Wii is a console I don't play. I've not got anything against the Wii or the Wii U, but it's only because my missus had one when we got together that I've got one now. And I have played it quite a bit, but the game that I find myself playing the most is Guitar Hero 3. What did we pick up recently? We picked up Mario Galaxy 2, which I've not played yet. We got Smash Brothers and all that kind of stuff. Not played them yet. Whenever I play the Wii, it's on a Saturday when it's in between finishing work and getting ready for your sort of Saturday night. And I find a beer and a game of Guitar Hero. It's good fun. So Guitar Hero 3. And I know it's not the best Guitar Hero either, but Master System next, we'll go with Castle Illusion. That was one of the ones I had back in the day, and I love it, and I can still play it now. The music's fucking mind-numbing, but I love it. For the Mega Drive, Stroke Genesis, depending on where you live. Fuck it. Streets Rage 2. Streets Rage 2 that's the one I go back to again. I've played it. I've completed it on my phones. I completed it on a Nokia N95 for 1.5. That's how good this game is. And even I've got my not Nokia, my Sony Xperia Play, and that's what I play on that. So yeah. Next we have Sega Saturn. Saturn, which is known for its 2D fighters, which I didn't have a lot of back in the day, and I'm trying to collect now. Street Fighter Alpha 2. Now, I don't own it. I have played it. I don't own it. But, one, it's a system for 2D fighters. And two, Street Fighter is my favourite sort of 2D fighter genre, and there was no other Street Fighter game on this list, so I thought, fuck it, I better put one in. So, Street Fighter 2, I've played it, and it is really, really good. There are better fighters on the system, but this is one I like. Dreamcast. Now, this is one of these ones that's one of my favourites rather than a good game. Or considered a good game. It's Crazy Taxi. One of the first games I got on my Saturn originally. Dreamcast originally, sorry. Like I said in my last video, I've been doing painting all day and I'm fucked. Dreamcast, Crazy Taxi. The music's fun, the gameplay's fun. It's a good arcade port. Loved it. Then we've got PS1, stroke PSX. This is another one. I love the PlayStation's my favourite sort of line of consoles just now. I'm collecting for them. I'm always playing them. So this is a really hard one, and I've chosen a game that I don't own, but I play regularly because I play it on my chipped PS1. Is Castlevania Symphony of the Night. A brilliant, brilliant game that I'm stuck on as well. I can't get very far in it, and I love it, and I'd love to own it, but it's just far too fucking expensive. Although I have been promised it for a future birthday stroke Christmas present. So then we've got PS2. Now this came down to two games, and I've said this before. Choice between Metal Gear Solid 2, and I know that's not considered the best MGS on PS2, or Silent Hill 2. And I went for Metal Gear Solid 2. Such an immersive game. Great gameplay, great graphics, great story, well written. And like Creatures for the comedy, it showed what the PS2 was capable of. And it was just brilliant. And all these games as well are games I consider classics, or the best ones because I can play them now and not get bored. Right, so PS2, what is it? PS3, Xbox. Yeah, so the PS3 stroke Xbox 360, I chose my favourite game nearly of all time, Fallout 3. Better on the Xbox 360 as far as I'm concerned. I could play this game to death, and I'm just waiting for my last memories to leave of my last playthrough so I can start again, and I'm dying to, because it's just such an immersive game and it's so good, and I kind of get it to work on my PC because it's got fucking Windows 8. And the last one, and I don't know why I put this last, but Xbox original, again another console with so many good fucking titles. But the one that I play the most, and I've played since and will continue to play, is Tiger Woods 2005. I don't know why it's my favourite. Maybe because when me and Monkey Spaz live together, and our pre-pub routine would be either this or not King of the Fighters. What the fuck's it called? Fight Night round 2 or 3 or whatever. But we used to play Tiger Woods 2005 solid, and it's just such a fun game to play when you've got mates around and stuff. They introduced a lot of things in the later two Tiger Woods that made it a bit too difficult. But Tiger Woods was 2005 was the last pick up and play one, I think. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, that's 15. 15 good games for 15 good consoles. I know that a lot of people will be like, what? But gaming is personal, so that's why I'm sure all these video responses, stroke comment responses will be wildly different, and that's a good thing. That's what makes gaming great as far as I'm concerned. The fact that it appeals to everybody of different tastes and styles. Like I had no RPGs in there, although I do enjoy them. And I did have a sports game. Tiger Woods, woo! Fucking hell. So hope you enjoyed my video response. Thank you very much.
Subscribe for more, you cunts.